Okay, this is, first off, I want to apologize. I lost a video. I'm having some storage issues as I'm filming this, and I lost a video showing you how to attach just how to pin the front of this to your gusset and your back piece. Well, if that is a problem, we'll figure something out. But you do it exactly the same way as I demonstrated for putting the back on here. It's just you have sort of this extra piece in the middle, right, that is a little bit different and a little bit makes it a little bit bulkier. But again, you pin down to your corner right here, and then across to your other corner here, and then up here, okay? And then you just have to be very careful as you're putting it through the machine that you don't catch things that you don't want to catch. In other words, you want to make sure that what is going through your machine is just these layers of fabric along the edge, and that none of this gets over and into it and caught up, okay? But as you can see, it's looking very bag-like, okay? All right, so this next step, that was step number 18. This next step is number 19, and I've actually, again, I'm having storage issues, so I had already attempted to film this once, and you're gonna end up with your strap looking like this by the end of these next two steps. And that's a very straightforward process. You're going to turn, again, your strap is piece number 16, which is right here, okay? You're going to take your iron, because you need to turn up and press your edges 1/4 inch on either side. Now you can take a look at this and see 1/4 inch isn't a whole lot. It's marked here. If you are definitely want to make sure that you're getting exactly 1/4 inch, you can certainly go through and mark that using your ruler that is see-through, laying it at 1/4, and then marking along here. You've also, as you see here, this scrap was a little dirty. As you see here, you've also got a little bit of your basting that is a little bit of a guide. I am going to just sort of eyeball that. And if you can see, that's pretty close, okay? So we're gonna turn under 1/4 inch along each edge, pressing as you go. Okay, that's one side. And then I'll flip it because it's just easier to work on this bottom edge. And then 1/4 inch on the other side. Ooh, steam from the industrial is very steamy. Probably won't have that issue with your home iron. The bottom is still very hot though, so be very careful as you're working with it. Okay, there we go. Oop. So I've turned under both of these edges 1/8 inch. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half, matching your edges. As you can see, there's a fold line on your pattern, which is midway. So you can, again, you can mark that, or you can just take and go midway, press it, again, in half, okay. So this is now ready to be stitched. Okay, what I will probably do before I stitch it is I will probably go in and do a little bit of pinning just to make sure everything stays together. And then you want to edge stitch right along this edge, okay, and right along this edge where all of those turned under edges are, okay? So you're going to stitch down both sides. Then we'll meet back and we'll put this on to your bag.